This is a Dragon Age Origins Codex. The Dead Caste.
Friends, we've argued long, but I would propose a different direction. It is not unprecedented that one of our number should end up in the Legion of the Dead. The memories attest to some bewildering falls from grace. Only his choice to volunteer has propelled this beyond mere scandal. The question we must ask is, does this serve us? The Legion has always seemed a last hope of redemption. If a noble joined their number, by choice no less, this can only do good things for enrollment. And we sacrifice only one foolish member, the last of a troublesome house. His reforms are better shouted at the Darkspawn than in these halls. I say, let him go. This is the writ that was passed to Dorius. I hope you can live with your decision, because you're lost to it now.
From Assembly Minutes regarding the Legion of the Dead. Addendum unknown. Dearest Gilly, I know things have been difficult since the censure of our house. I had hoped to bear the cost of my actions alone, but if I had a full understanding of consequences, I wouldn't have murdered above my caste in the first place. I did not abandon you lightly, but I knew of no other way to insulate you against my shame than joining the Legion. It is a half measure. It has earned me no right to seek your comfort, but please, I beg you for one moment of foolish optimism. There is talk of a new soldier, a noble, the things I have heard, but I will not curse them by voicing them out loud. But it may be a path to respectability for my kin, for you. If there remains any official line open to our name, can you verify that he is real? That House Ferold is in good stead? A letter from Myas, unsent.
May this report find the proper eyes to affect future tactics. We found an enclave of the spawn, possibly a breeding lair, but we could make no approach. There were far more spawn than anticipated, and I divided the squad to draw the main body of the horde away. I do not expect to survive, but I have made certain that most of my men will see another day. I am torn by this, as my petition will go unheard, and that I may curse more of the Legion than would die here. But I simply cannot abandon the men I have looked in the eye and called brother. Perhaps they will not thank me for this, believing themselves already dead. But where there is life, there is hope. I will not be the last to see their worth.
From a recovered Legion of the Dead field report by Lord Dorius Ferold. Casualty: Dorius Ferold, Lieutenant, found dead with his squad. The corpse was left untouched, suggesting the Darkspawn feared his spirit even in death. His ferocity defending his men was corroborated by the survivors before they succumbed to corruption. It is rare for a soldier's actual death to exceed the honors given at his enlistment. But Ferold was an odd one, an agitator. His eccentric promises were disruptive, and I fear his death may demoralize more of the Legion than actually hurt his fantasies firsthand. He was committed to the stone with his insignia, as honorable a burial we can manage with the spawn at our heels. But officially, he has formed a second front. Better his foolish hopes are diluted by time than killed outright. From a bi-weekly casualty report, by Sergeant Unger. By virtue of honoured ancestry, and great personal sacrifices on the part of its last descendant, the joining of House Ferold and the Legion of the Dead is recognized as worthy of investigation by the memories. If the lineage proves intact and sufficient, relations of the Legions of the Dead may be acknowledged as minor nobility, albeit with restrictions. This minor house will now undergo the generational process of admittance to the memories. May honour come to its descendants, as recorded by the memories.